What's going on, YouTube? I wanted to make a quick comparison video between a few different bass heads. I've been using the Bergantino B Amp the last few years, and a friend of mine lent me the Aguilar AG700 and the Mesa WD-800, and I've been comparing them for the past week. I'm going to do a few sound samples and give you my impressions on what I notice similarities and differences are, in case it's of help to anyone trying to decide between one of these amps. I'll play primarily my LEH offset 4. I'm going to play a passive with just the P pickup on, and try a couple different settings on each of the amps, starting with just flat. And then I'll give you my impressions at the end. So overall, my impressions are the B Amp, which I have played for the last 2 years, is the most neutral, not surprising. With all 3 amps set flat, that's the one that was most transparent, still warm, but most just even across the board. And the one set flat I liked the least. It just didn't impart anything to the character of the tone and didn't really give an extra oomph to the note. And the Aguilar set flat, man, it adds kind of fullness and depth and a little more oomph to the note that was just awesome. And so I'll probably go that route. The Mesa also added complexity to the note, but just in a different kind of character. That's also great depending on what tone you're going after. I will say EQ wise, the B Amp can do amazing things if you start adding in the compressor and the overdrive and messing with the parametric EQ. You can do some pretty incredible stuff and get the tone really exactly where you want it, but still the inherent nature of the amp doesn't quite have the tone that the Aguilar has. Tone controls wise, I actually like the Aguilar the least, even though I like the inherent nature of the amp the best. The treble and bass controls are great, but the low mids and high mids, I just couldn't quite get them to what I wanted them to do, especially out on a gig. And then the Mesa also has a killer EQ. The passive tone control on it, I don't exactly know what it's doing, but I really enjoy playing with that. And then combining either the bass or low mid boost along with turning up the high pass filter so it cuts the boominess, you can get a really amazing tone out of that amp. So both the Mesa and the Aguilar are super tempting. I think the inherent nature of liking the flat tone the best out of the Aguilar is the way I'm going to go. But I would not be surprised if a different player chose any one of these 3 amps. They're both killer. But those are my impressions. Hope this video is of help to somebody out there. Take care.